All right, so oh man, this was years ago. I was leading a mastermind group, and we were discussing exit strategies. What does the end of the road look like? What have you done in your business to be able to say one day I can walk away from the business and still be profitable, whether it's selling the business or whatever the case is. And so we kind of went around and said, everybody, this is my plan. I'm going to give it to my kids, which that's bad parenting. And one guy raised his hand and goes, yeah, he goes, my exit strategy is death.
Yeah.
And when you talk to a lot of people, that is their exit strategy. And for us as agents, I don't think we pay enough attention or time or planning into thinking about how do I get out of this business. We can't show homes forever. We can't work forever. And unfortunately, a lot of agents just don't have that exit strategy. So I started coming up with a couple of ideas. So number one, again, what types of exit strategies are there? Are we creating something that we could sell to somebody one day? Or are we building something where somebody could take over and for a time period send you referral fees? Do you have a child or a family member who might want to take over the business for you? Or are you just working until death? So the question I think that you have to start off with is, do you have something that somebody would pay for? And if not, what steps are you taking to get to that direction?
So you might want to consider looking at the insurance industry, insurance sales, because the reason that they can the insurance agent sell the business at the end of that is because they have people renewing policies on an annual basis, and they have a historic 5 years of at least of sharing that these same people come back every year and renew their policy. Well, in our real estate business, if you want to sell your real estate business, it's not about the volume of sales you have or any of that. It's only about what is how much return do you get on the people in your database? How many people come back? How many people refer? And if you can't document that, then your business is brand new every day, and you cannot earn anything for a brand new business. So if you have 5 years worth of history, and of that 5 years, your database, your CRM, your people that you care about, your past, current, and future clients come back to you regularly, and you can document that over the last 5 years, whatever that income that comes from that database is, from what I'm told, today, it's 3 times business could be worth as much as 3 times that income, not your entire income, just the income that comes from your database. So Mike, you and I and Nick, we've been doing this for 10 years here at West USA now. And I can tell you that over these same period of years, we've been telling people, work your database, your referrals. That is the most, Mike, you call them the what? The Recon 10 or 12 or 15?
Recon 12, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're not working that database, you have nothing to sell. So to the earlier point, you talked about that guy that says, yeah, death is my plan. Unfortunately, that's true. But what's worse is you'll lose everything if you lose your health first. And the bank and the hospitals and the hospice and everybody has to come and attach everything you own to pay for those bills. So to be quite honest with you, it really hits the fan when you get ill.
Yeah.
Up until then, sure, you can continue to work, but that is not a good plan.
Are you just working until death? I think we need to make that a book
smart.
or a post, something. Yeah, I mean, it's really powerful, kind of hit over the face, like Todd said. But this goes back to the thing we talk about a lot. Are you a real estate entrepreneur, or are you just helping people buy and sell homes? And that's the mindset of someone who is looking to create an exit strategy. Every business entrepreneur is looking for some way to retire. Real estate, you have that ability if you are intentional in how you're growing your business.
Love the word intentional.
All right, number 2. So what makes a real estate business worth buying? What adds value to a business? I think brand recognition is one of them. I think data integrity, and you've been, I would call it CRM management, but it's basically the same thing you said. It is the most important element to a real estate agent's business, and we keep saying it over and over and over and over again. But part of why we say it over and over again is because it becomes the most valuable piece. Data is a multi-trillion dollar industry. If you were going to sell me your business, if you came to me and said, "Hey, Mike, you interested in taking over or buying my business?" This is the first thing I'm going to look at. I'm going to want access to your CRM. I'm going to want access to your reports, your pipelines. What you're talking about, the repeat customers and tracking closings and things like that. All of that can be done inside your CRM system.
Yep.
This is, if you don't have this, you have nothing
Correct.
that
No
I am
validation.
interested in buying.
Yeah.
But financial tracking and reporting. I've talked to several team leaders out there that they're thinking about getting to that time where they want to sell their business. And these are the things that we look for. What does your CRM look like? Let me see your financial records, your reporting. And then, of course, then what else makes your business worth buying? It's potential business. And that goes back to the data integrity.
Yeah, I think I already basically talked about all the things that were in number 2 here, because Mike and I never share what these 3-packs are. But I will say this, if it's that old-fashioned thing, if you're not tracking something, you don't care about it. And that's just on typical business. That's, am I getting better at what I do? But remember, you have to remove, if you're going to sell it, you have to remove you from the value proposition. So if you're the one making everything happen and you don't have a team and an infrastructure and systems and efficiencies, if you don't have that and all you have is a database, and the reason people come back to you is because of you, though, just you, then you might have a problem.
I think that's a really good point. I didn't even think about that as they were talking about number 2. That's something you should definitely think about. If you remove you from the business, what happens to that business? And that's a very important question I think all of us should be asking of everything that we do daily. The one thing that I wanted to point out for number 2 was brand recognition. We hear brand recognition and we think of Nike and Apple. That's brand recognition in an international level. You can have brand recognition for your sphere of influence, for your clients. We have agents that do a tremendous job staying in front of their sphere of influence on social media, doing post videos, talking to their sphere of influences. And when that stops, they're going to recognize that. And so that's what that brand recognition piece is here. You don't have to be a national brand to have brand recognition and to make it an important part of your business. There are agents and teams that farm areas that if you drive through that neighborhood, that's going to be X team selling that home.
And that's what you want to buy.
Exactly.
But you got to, to the name of, I want the Todd Menard team.
Sure.
It would be better to have it be the Northwest Peoria team or
Exactly.
something else, because then it's not tied to the individual.
Yep.
Well, and even if it is a Todd Menard team, and there's transition, strategies in which you could do that. But going back to what you had mentioned, Todd, just about, if you remove you from the equation, what if something happened to you and I had your phone, okay, and I never made any outbound calls on your phone? Would calls be coming in?
That
For
depends on how
people
well
wanting to
yeah.
buy and sell. I'm
Yeah,
not saying
yeah.
you personally,
No,
but that's what's removing you
Totally.
from the
Yeah.
equation. What would happen
That's a good
if
point
I
too.
had your
Yeah.
phone and it just sat on my desk for 4 weeks?
Mhm.
Would business be coming in?
Yeah.
All right, number 3,
Good point.
just some tips. It is never too early to start building your exit strategy.
True.
If you are new to this game, you are in a great spot just to have the ability and the opportunity to think about these things. But I am telling you, we say it all the time about hiring a coach, and I know I'm probably going to get slapped around for this one. I know that we have a tremendous coaching program here at West USA, and I think for agents trying to get to that next level, our coaching program is second to none. But at some point, you do need to invest some money in hiring a business coach. Not all of my coaches sell real estate
Correct,
or have
yeah.
ever sold real estate, but they have a higher business acumen. And we can sit down and we can strategize on what these things look like. Hire a brand expert. Think about your brand, think about your colors, think about your artwork, think about how you put everything together. Does everything that you put out look and have the same feel? And then going back to number 2, invest time and monies in your CRM. And what I mean by that, get a good CRM. Wise Agent's a great CRM. So invest time in it.
Learn
Learn
how to use it.
how to create these reports and track, track transactions and things like that. It is well worth it to hire an outside person to manage your CRM system, because it's not. I know inherently as agents we're cheap. We don't want to spend money on things. But as we always say, Nick, it's you're the CEO of your own business. You are running a business. This is next level thinking. This is next level strategizing. But this is what you have to do if you don't want to work until death.
And let's go through a couple of these real quick. It's never too early to start building. The biggest problem with most teams is somebody joins a team and the team agreement doesn't have anything to do with what happens if I leave. So exit strategies are the most important thing in any business. Before you buy it, you need to have the exit plan, or before you sign into it. Hire a business coach. Tiger Woods, when he was at the peak of his game, and I apologize to go back to Tiger, but Tiger Woods, when he was at the peak of his game, had like a backswing coach, a dietitian, a workout coach, a putting coach, a chipping coach. I mean, what does that mean to you and I? It means that if we want, to Mike's point, a business coach helps us drive our business and implement systems and strategies. Our brand coach or expert helps us expose ourselves to the masses to bring in as much recognition as possible. So have as many coaches as you might need. They don't all take money from you. Sometimes you can have books that are your mentors, or
great point.
Or other people. So don't just think, oh, I can't afford a coach. There's plenty of books on real estate, plenty of books on different things. We share a ton of books up here. So ask us if you need help in that. And then the last piece for me is just, invest into your CRM. Dale at Stouffer at iFound Agent, every single time he does a presentation for me with my CE classes, he's always saying, my goal is to get people to go back to your website instead of going to Zillow. Stop. That's the sales pitch. You don't have to say anything else, because if you're trying to sell or you're trying to have a retirement income, those are the things that you have to do.
Too bad Tiger didn't have a husband coach. Like learn how to be a better husband, right?
Perfect, everything. And so, again, I mean, starting first day of your business, planning your exit strategy. Most agents aren't going to do that. You're not going to think about it for years and months down the road. But again, if you keep that in the back of your head, you're going to focus on it more, and you're going to be more, again, using the word, intentional as you move through your business, as you make decisions for your business. If you join a team, if you have a coach, you will be more intentional of what your goals are. And every successful entrepreneur has goals, then they put systems in place to get to those goals. Hiring a business coach, hiring a brand expert, those are going to be based off of your relative experience, your relative time. Maybe you are really good at brand recognition. Maybe you have a marketing background and that's where you thrive. Okay, well, business coach then maybe something you focus on. And to the point about budgets, I mean, I go back to James Clear and Atomic Habits. When James Clear started writing books, he wrote a letter every week to an author that he read a book on or he respected. Of the letters he sent out for a year, he heard back from almost half that were interested in collaborating with him and having conversations with him. So he built his coaching database on just sending letters once a week. Now in 2023, reaching out to realtors that you see be successful, offer them to take them to coffee, as Mike says all the time, or lunch, just sitting down and having a conversation is important. But having a coach that has skin in the game to work with you financially or whatever that is important. They're going to have an unbiased perspective of what you're doing with your business. They're going to have that outside looking in approach. It's important to get your business to the next level, to have someone working with you like that.
So let me just help with the synopsing of a strategy for long-term success or for retirement. If you need to have $2 million to retire today, and that's what they kind of say in the industry, plus you have to earn over 5% on your money. But if you were to look at it from that perspective, that's a goal. Put $2 million out there and everybody goes, yeah, how am I going to do that? Nobody can save $2 million in 25 years. But here's the thing, Mike, your team, a number of teams here at the company are designed to teach wealth. So where does wealth come from? I've read a ton of autobiographies and biographies, and I can tell you that every single one of these massively successful people have made their true wealth in real estate, and it's because it appreciates 4% compounded every single year. And especially some markets, it booms like we just saw here, 20%. So, and then when you go to sell that home, it maybe cost you 30,000 plus payments, but now that house is worth $500,000. There's half of that first million right there.
I will kind of contend with you on this, Nick. We talked about the new agents may not be ready for this. And yeah, a new agent may not be necessarily ready for a lot of these steps.
Mhm.
But if you're a new agent, the best thing that you can do to prepare for your exit strategy is master your CRM.
Oh, yeah,
Learn
Yeah.
the ins and the outs. Go beyond just the email drip campaigns and putting in notes and things like that. Learn how to track things and organize things and track transactions and things like that. So, all right, well,
It's awesome.
we appreciate everybody joining us today. We leave you with the quote of the day: "Success is its own reward, but failure is a great teacher too, and not to be feared." Appreciate everybody joining us.
Thanks,
Go
everybody.
out and sell a home.